I'm the clinic leader and physiotherapist at Shine Therapy Services, and this is my series of adaptive yoga videos, and I take requests. So if you have a condition or any kind of pain and feel like you haven't quite found a YouTube yoga video or Pilates or kind of mobility work that suits you, let me know and I will see if I can make one for you. So today's video is chair yoga for people who have shoulder pain, rotator cuff issues, anything that really limits your reaching above your head. So we're going to do some exercises here that don't lift your arms up in the air, just to make that a little bit easier for you. So just start by sitting in a chair, seeing if you can get your feet flat, and tuning into your breath. So seeing if you can notice where you're breathing. Is it mostly breathing into your rib cage? Do you have any movement in your belly as you inhale? And see if you can just slow that down and really deepen that. So instead of taking like 3 seconds to breathe in, let's see if we can take 5. And see if you can keep lengthening that inhale. Noticing if you have any areas of tension, for example, around your neck. Maybe you have some tension in your shoulders. If you're holding in your belly and not letting that breath kind of expand your abdominal tissues, any tension around your bottom, your hips, seeing if you can just let that soften and let that sink, be a little bit heavier. And just letting your belly take up space as well. Now on your next inhale, we're going to lift your shoulders up towards your ears at the same time. And then as you exhale, lower them back down. And inhaling, lifting them up towards your ears. And exhale, lower your shoulders back down. Inhaling as they lift up. Exhaling as they lower down. Inhaling as you lift up, and a big exhale. And then we're going to do a similar movement here, but instead of just going up and down, I want you to try and make circles with your shoulders. So we're going to circle them forward, up, and then back and down. So it's kind of like the circular motion of your shoulders rather than just up and down. And you can continue doing your breath with this. We continue breathing in on the way up and breathing out as they circle back and down. Breathing in and breathing out. We'll do one more. Breathing in and breathing out. And then we're going to do some neck circles. So dropping your left ear towards your left shoulder, rolling your head down towards your chest, towards the right shoulder, looking all the way up at the ceiling, and then back to the left. We're going to do that a few times here, all the way to the other side, and back. And if you have sound effects in your neck when this is happening, don't worry too much. A lot of us do. But if it causes pain, try to back off a little bit and maybe don't do such a big circle, but maybe make your circle a little bit smaller today. And just find a zone that you can do this in that feels comfortable. And then we're going to switch sides, so dropping the right ear down to the right shoulder, circling down in the front, to the left, up towards the ceiling, and back. So just finding the zone here that suits you. There's no pressure to move a certain distance or go a certain way. And then after this one, let's come back to the midline. And we're going to have hands on your lap here. As you breathe in, we're going to lift our chest up and look up towards the ceiling. And breathing out, rounding down, dropping your chin towards your chest and your chest down towards your thighs. And then we're going to breathe in, lifting your chest up, looking at the ceiling, just for a side view. And dropping down, rolling your back, and looking at your chest. Chest up, head up, and looking at the ceiling as you breathe in. And breathe out as you roll down. And breathing in as you look up, chest up, and breathing out. And coming back to the midline here, we're gonna think about moving from your chest for this next one, and we're gonna do a big circle moving from your sternum. So it might feel a bit funny to do this at the start. We're gonna tilt your rib cage and your chest over to the side. So we're not leaning our whole body over. We're just tilting our chest to the side, bringing the chest down, sternum down towards the front, off to the right side, and then lifting that sternum or that chest bone all the way up towards the ceiling. And we're doing a big circle, just moving from that center point in our mid-back. One more in this direction here. And then we'll switch directions, so chest and ribcage bend to the right, down in front, off to the left side, and up. Back and forth here. We'll do one more. Good. Okay. Now, shifting your weight kind of towards the right side of the chair here, we're just going to let your right arm hang down. So you're just kind of rocking it, not too intensely, like up and down, but just let it hang loose. You can kind of move your chest around just to get some really gentle, easy movement. And you almost want to imagine that your arm is kind of dead, like just dead weight, not doing anything, it's just hanging there really loosely. Okay, so that's our starting point. And then from here, we want to turn our palm to face forward and bend your elbow, bringing your hand all the way up towards your shoulder. Lower it back down, and then dead weight. Let it hang. And then bending up, bring hand to your shoulder, lowering it back down, and then dead weight. We're going to do 3 more of these. Bending your elbow, bringing your hand up, lowering down, and then let your torso move your arm. Keep your arm as dead weight. 2 more of these. Bending your elbow and down. Let it hang. And another one. And then we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So really getting that kind of dead weight in the arm here. Let it rock. And again, don't move the arm in from the shoulder, but you're almost moving your body and your torso to just get that arm moving as it's kind of like hanging there, just like that. And then we're going to bend the elbow, bring the palm up to the shoulder, down, let it hang, drop. Make sure there's no tension at the top of the shoulders here, it's all just kind of hanging down. And then bringing the palm up, down, let it hang. Again. Good. Let's do 2 more on this side. Palm up, down. Good. And last one, up and down. Good. So hands back on your lap. We're going to almost imagine that you're rowing with this motion here. So we start with your hands on your knees, and you're bringing your elbows back behind you, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then slowly letting your hands come back forward to your knees again. Elbows back, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then reach forward on your knees. So your palms are just gliding up and down your thighs here, they should be pretty relaxed, rested, and it's just that shoulder blade movement that's bringing that elbow back behind you. So we're not lifting out to the side with the elbows, we're keeping them nice and close to your side, just forward and back. Good, okay. And then we're gonna do a little bit of a leg lift here. So we're just gonna take our right leg and try and straighten that knee as much as you can. And then let that foot come back down. And then the left side, lifting up, holding, and then lower down. So we're gonna go back and forth here a few times. One side and then the other. And really making sure that your toes aren't kind of pointed off to one side or the other, but we're keeping our toes up towards the ceiling. Good. And then we're going to take our right knee and lift that up towards your chest. Down, and then the left knee up and down. Back and forth, just like this. And then both feet flat on the floor. We're going to come up onto your tippy toes, so let your heels come off the floor. Lower your heels down. And slowly lift them up and lower them down. Nice and controlled. Feeling that muscle in your calf squeezing as you're lifting up and relaxing as you lower your heels down. Good. And then lifting your right leg up in the air again, we're going to do some ankle circles, one direction, and then the other. And then we're going to use the left leg, same thing, ankle circles in one direction, and then the other. And we're going to do some hand circles in one direction, and then the other. And then rest your hands on your lap, close your eyes, take a nice deep inhale, and a big exhale. And if you want to sit here and kind of tune into your breath for a few more minutes, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, you can kind of get on with your day. Thanks for practicing with me, and hopefully see you again soon.